Well, I just want to show you some interesting pictures from Louisiana and Texas, but mostly Louisiana. But at the end of this video, I would like to show you the gangster rock star, rapper star Zelensky, who is in the middle of a terrible war with Russia, having the time to make a music video. And then something extremely weird with some sheep walking in a circle for hours. Perfect circle, just weird. So this is Toledo Bend Reservoir, and this bridge is 2 miles long. I have measured it. And here in the morning hours in Livonia, Louisiana, we got, of course, painting in the sky. Some painting over here too. It's a little more difficult to see, but nevertheless I see everything. You see there? Wow, there they are. Painting the sky every single day somewhere in America. And here we come to Toledo Bend Reservoir from Louisiana side on LA6. I love this route. I love driving this way. I don't like driving on 49, I-49 and I-20. I-20 is a 2-lane interstate, and speed limit is 75 miles an hour, and people are driving like mad dogs. And I would like to take myself out of that equation, being part of these mad dogs. So I choose to drive at a little more secluded and much more beautiful scenic ride over Toledo Bend Reservoir, which is part of Sabine River that splits Texas and Louisiana. It's just gorgeous. Look how blue the water is out here. It's just beautiful. But of course we got, what's in the sky. It's not real clouds. It's something made out here on the water. And on the water, there's some reflections of my cap, but it doesn't matter. It's still beautiful. And the sun is there. Beautiful. And here, I would like to say this is a river in Angelina County. And normally, this place is full of water, but this river now, I can't remember the name of it. It starts with A. I can't remember the name, and it's also difficult to pronounce. But nonetheless, they got beachfront now. And here's another river that I'm crossing on Texas 103, going west. And I think this is Richard Chambers Reservoir, and the reason why I take this picture is because I just love water. I grew up around water. In Denmark we have 4,000 miles of combined coastlines, and I never really was far from the water. So what I can show you now is here. Also Denmark. That was where I was living before I moved to United States of America. This is an old harbor that used to have ferries sailing from Zealandia to Fiona. It's absolutely gorgeous there. Let's see if we can get a big picture. We cannot. There we can. So I was actually living in the harbor, or by the harbor. I was living over here in this area here. I had no more than 5 minutes walk to the ocean. And I have this attraction to the ocean. I've always had. And let me see here. And when I went down to the ocean, I had the view of this. Let me see. This I could watch from the coastline, the second largest suspension bridge in the world. It was quite a spectacle to watch that. I was watching it while it was being constructed. It's 16 miles long total, but the span between the two pylons is exactly 1 mile. And the biggest cruise liners can sail under this one. But Japan has I don't know what's wrong with Japan, but they have a thing for Denmark apparently. One thing is they have made a complete copy of Legoland that we have in an island, peninsula called Jutland. Lego, you know, Lego is the toy, these small cubics that you can create stuff with. Now that Katy Perry is now part of Lego commercial, I just want to spit in her face. What the hell does Lego and you, satanic bitch, have to do with Lego from Denmark? Nothing. Stay out of it. Get lost. And another thing, the Japanese, I mean, they're quite insane. They wanted literally to buy this thing that is a landmark in Denmark, Copenhagen. This one. It's been there for hundreds of years, sitting and watching the waters. And unfortunately, during all this BS going on with the riots that was going on in America, where a lot of people lost their life and a lot of businesses was burned to the ground because of Antifa and the fraudulent Black Lives Matters, people decided to write on her that she's a racist fish and crap like this. But nonetheless, see someone doing vandalism on her. But this is really how she looks like. And she's a landmark in Copenhagen. And I don't really see why there's some... Yeah, she even once had her head sewn off. They actually found the head and reattached it and put the guy who did it in jail for a long time, because, you know, this is part of history, and I'm actually quite okay with that. Lock him up. Lock him up for a long time. But that's not really what I wanted to show. I just love water. It's so beautiful. As you see, this is still a Richard Chambers reservoir. And here we are somewhere in Texas, I think. Yeah, it is Texas. And we see molecular clouds. We see the sun, and then we see cotton clouds. That's I call them cotton wool, because they look like cotton wool in a bag. And I had no choice. I was flipping hungry. And I needed something to eat, so I went to Burger King and I saw this one on their commercial. And I actually challenged the entire family to eat one of these with me. Nobody wanted to sign up. I wonder why. Ghost pepper. Whoa! The second strongest pepper on the planet. I can only imagine that while eating that, you will have to be on the toilet at the same time. I'll blow your ass. Okay. And this is Louisiana on I-49, and we got some serious fog going on, going north on 49. And here you see the sun in my mirror. Serious fog. And some more fog. Some places here looks like it's on fire. But actually here, if you can see, there's a faint bow in the picture. You can't see the colors, but that is a so-called rainbow being created there. And as you can see, I'm at exit 99 coming up. And here in Boise, I don't know how to pronounce that, but I just say Boise on I-49. We got a sawmill here, a very active place, and you can barely see the buildings. That's crazy. It's like, what the hell, is that the ocean? It's a ship somewhere out there? No. And of course up there we got the paintings that we're so used to see. And again, if I zoom in, I mean, you can hardly make out what it is. That's a chimney. That's the main building. Crazy looking. And we got some tandem painting, some more tandem painting on 49, more tandem, and then we back on Toledo Bend Reservoir. I just love this place. It's so beautiful. And over here we got a halo in the so-called contrails on the sky. Some more of it. And a little more of it. Beautiful up there. And that's also on Toledo. I put it on 3x zoom just to get a view out of it. Look at the reflections in the water. I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's like, oh, when I drive there, I love it. Just look at that. And again, we got beachfront here on this river. Beautiful. That's freaking beautiful. I love it. I have a thing for water. And here, as you see, on this river here, in Galena County, this is another river. They got beachfront now. The water usually up here. This is the water line usually. So now they can start building some houses here because of the drought. You see how protracted that is? That is a lot of feet of water disappearing. And water is disappearing all over the planet. There's no mistake about that. And people, it's not going to come back. It's going to get worse. And I think this was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday in Oklahoma, driving on 35 south. And this is what reminds me of when I was living in Indiana. It's just horrible looking, disgusting, and more disgusting. And there's a faint halo on this. And I think here I'm getting close to Texas. I'm still in Oklahoma. And here we got the smiling penis. And we got this, I know what that is. And anybody who know what you're looking at, this is not real clouds. It's something else that YouTube always call contrails. Go look it up at Wikipedia. You don't fool me. I mean, they got publicized patents, and they are openly speaking about weather modification, seeding of clouds. And YouTube persistently keep calling it contrails. When the hell do you shut up, YouTube? It is online for everybody to go research that aerosol injection in our skies is a reality. It's a daily process around the world, and you still keep calling it contrails. You are really dumb, YouTube. It's right there. You can go look it up yourself. Oh no, we can enlighten people and tell them the truth. But look at that. Oh, someone is painting a line right there. Why is that? I don't know. But all this crap is created because of this stuff. So we get such an ugly sky like this. Just bloody depressing looking. And more of it there. Look at that. You see it? That's made from airplanes. And I guarantee you it's not contrails. And some more of it. And this is 3 miles before state border between Oklahoma and Texas going south. On I-35, this is Windstar Casino, which they call the world's largest casino. I don't know where the hell they do that. Those casinos are far bigger than this. You can go to Las Vegas, or you can go to Monte Carlo in France, and you will find some casinos that will just topple this like whatever. And here we got some more cottonwood clouds. I am now in Texas. Not pretty. And these cottonwood clouds are created out of these so-called contrails. And I was over at AutoZone where I live because I needed a 12-volt cigarette lighter socket because I'm doing something in my center console on my car. And I don't have patience for this anymore. I ordered one of them on eBay, and it apparently not going to show up. So I went over and got myself another one. And this one was a triple for the same money. So whatever. When I was driving home, what the hell? What is going on up there? That is just bloody crazy. I don't know if this is the so-called sky painters or it is just airliners not believing that this is commuter airliners. I believe this is military or something else, but it's definitely not commercial flying like that in the sky. That is unheard of. Nevertheless, there they are. They're not leaving a long trail. The trail remains in that length. And the last picture of it is a little further away, meaning I'm not zoomed in 3 times. I'm only at a normal zoom. Let me check that on my phone, what that would be called. It'll be 1 time. That would be normal. So I can go half zoom, 1 zoom, and 3 zoom. So I can kind of get a panorama until something like this. This is the closest without zooming any further. It's just 3 different settings. And that is pretty interesting looking. And they're actually crossing paths with each other while I'm watching it. I didn't step out of my car and start recording because I can't obstruct traffic. Just get out of my car and start recording. I can't do that. I'm on a public road. You can see that, right? Not gonna happen. But nevertheless, you can see them more or less together now. You can kind of sense that they are going to cross in over each other's flight path. I just think that's nuts. Actually, in Indiana, once saw 5 airplanes laying out paint, flying in formation. That was just insane. And I don't have the pictures to show, unfortunately. That would have been nice had I had my camera with me. I would have recorded that. That was just crazy. But up in Indiana, Michigan, they are really painting the sky. Very bad. That's what I noticed I think I lived there for 5 years before we moved to Texas. And what I have seen there, it's like, what the hell is going on? And I got pictures to show that. I got a couple of thousand, I think, pictures of Indiana, Ohio, where they're going completely insane painting our sky. But enough of that. I just wanted to show you some scenic pictures and mixed with some ugliness in the sky, and still it's looking pretty. So I am going to now show you our gangster in Ukraine having a fun time while bombs are falling, and then something extremely weird with some sheep. Don't know what's going on with that, but something is going on that is making them do what they're doing, and I'm not sure that is normal. I don't think it is. I actually think it's because they are deeply disturbed about something that is going on the ground. Animals are the first ones to sense something ain't right. When you see birds disappear in your area, completely disappear, you don't hear a peep, there's a very good reason for concern. When you see animals acting strange, out of ordinary, you need to pay attention, because they got a sixth sense that we don't have anymore. Watch the animals. When you see them acting crazy, you need to be alert, because they know something is going on and it's not good. So watch this, these 2 little things, and you're going to think, what the hell is going on here? And now in the description box, I am going to put a video link that I need you to go watch. And it's from a channel called Redacted. It's a married couple, the family of Morris, and they have compiled something interesting regarding what's going on over there, because what's going on over there is mostly a Hollywood show. Watch and learn. Things are not as they are being portrayed. Far from it. Hey, we're living in a clown world. We're living in a circus. And you and I are the spectators watching this circus unfolding into something ugly. And did you see Justin Trudeau, or Justin Castro Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, being lectured by Xi, President Xi of Communist China, because they had in Canada released a secret so-called meeting Trudeau and Xi had, and she was not happy. And when she left him, Trudeau was walking out of the area into a private area, looking like that he just shit his pants. And then there was another clip I watched where it actually looked like Trudeau was crying like a little baby, saying, "I don't know how I got through this." To be honest, if I was standing in front of President Xi, I would spit on him. I wouldn't have the slightest fear of that piece of shit. Because I don't like communists. I don't like fascists, Nazis, communism. They're just the same. Just the other side of the coin. It's tyranny. It's evil. It's far from God. It's not anything close to God. It's anti-God. I got no respect for President Xi. I would spit on him if I saw him. No respect. None. But watch the show below. Actually, I'm gonna put both links in. It's just crazy. This world is a clown world. You and I are watching it. It's nuts. It's really nuts what's going on. It's just one big, it's one big Hollywood show, what we're witnessing. Over and out. God bless you.
He's been way, way back.